Hello and welcome. I am the Suit&Tie Dip&ChewGuy, and this is the number 2 review, the second review of the Tobacco Bits playlist. So I decided to continue with this sooner than I expected because people seem to be interested in the products. That all said, I'm now sort of interested in the products, and I'll tell you why. After that first review of the Wintergreen by Oliver Twist was done, I had been actively biting down on the product, and it seemed to be creating a lot of byproduct. I was and will be spitting that out. If you let it rest in the cheek, it really does nothing. And I had noticed in reviews and talk of the product that most of the nicotine in the product is still in the product when you get rid of it. So I was like, okay. So I had meant to take a second piece and start chewing on it, but it happened with the first piece because uploading that video and whatnot, I was sitting here, and next thing I know, I had spit it out about a half hour later, and then I didn't do anything else for like 45 minutes to an hour after that, which is my sort of bellwether as to whether a product has nicotine. I didn't smoke my pipe. I didn't do anything because evidently I didn't need to from the nicotine standpoint. So that is the reason for my interest. This, and no, I am not zooming in so you can see right here better, is the original. So we're going to take it over to the desk and see what's going on with it. Back in a moment. And here we are. So the packaging, the overall dimensions of it is ridiculously small. It is like silly small. Part of the reason why that is that the product inside is in a air vacuum seal. But that said, the product is it's really, really small. For an idea, so, looking at the packaging, I gotta move my hand out of the way in case this thing disappears in the shadow. Okay, it is denoted as original chewing tobacco bits since 1805. There has been in one form or another a company tied to this product that has been around since 1805. It's not quite as clear cut as they make out, but close enough. And then you have the warning label. Smokeless tobacco bits. Keep between gum and cheek. Squeeze gently for more taste. Okay, so basically, as long as you get this placed on top of one of your back molars and hold it with the molar above, you can basically pull off that squeeze gently and a little bit more. And then on the back, you do have a barcode, the back warning label, their company website. It is fairly discreet, although not for me because I am choosing to spit. I don't believe you need to. And if you were just having it between your cheek and gum, I don't think you'd even have to. I don't think it would even be a thing. All right. So getting into the product, if I can do this in shot here at this size. Oh. That basically lifts off. And you have that inside. Now, it does say do not swallow, but I think they are that is them speaking of the bit itself. Okay, and then this is what I'm talking about inside the packaging. If I can even get it out here. I got this camera like down on my hand just trying to see this thing. The packaging is that. And those are the actual bits in there. With glare, I'm not quite sure how much that'll be making sense. and then it does open out a little bit, but it is a sort of a vacuum seal package that you're going to tear at the notch there. Oh. And then we will get one out because we're there already. And that is it. That's all it is. On the front of this, and that's about it. We're going to take it back up top and see what I think. I think the name of the game here is going to be Licorice, but we'll find out. And we are back. Okay, so for an idea of what that looks like, that is what that looks like. So here we go. I can see where they're saying licorice right off the bat. The good thing about these is, now I'm not quite sure about this brand. A brand that I used previously some years ago. Each bit was one top leaf folded on itself. It was one whole leaf. Like if you were able to unfold it, which I tried and it did not work, but you would have found a leaf. This, I'm not sure, but they are wrapped tight enough that you move this thing all over your mouth if you want. I mean, you can put it up top. It's right there right now. Down bottom. Yeah. There's a surprising amount of flavor that comes off these if you start moving it around your mouth, which is why I spit. But it's going to get even stronger. You're not going to be able to see it. I got on my back molar in between my back, upper and lower back molar right now. Yeah, it just... short of popping. But even biting down on it like that, as long as you're not doing like a, you know, a grind or a gnaw, if you're just biting straight, it stays together. So with this one, definite I can definitely see where they're coming at with licorice, which is the reoccurring theme in reviews. I can see it, but I am not a fan of licorice, and it's not bothering me. So it's not like overblown. There is a tobacco essence going on, definitely. Seeing what happens when I bite with my front teeth. A lot of flavor, that's what happens. Now, this package did not say how many are in it, but it looks carbon copy of the wintergreen one. And on that one, it said that there were 30 bits. Now, if you wanted to, you could use more than one at a time. The price, though, the price point for those of us in North America is a little beyond doing more than one at a time. I mean, if it's supposed to be something discreet that you're trying to get around a work situation or a family event or whatnot, you could put this in your cheek and have a slow release, sort of in the way of loose leaf chew, probably a little slower and less. Nobody would ever know this is in your mouth. In fact, I have it right there right now. I can feel it because of the shape of the product, but you're not going to be able to see it. In that way, it's extremely discreet, and when it is sitting in the cheek, it really doesn't produce any byproduct. So you don't really have to spit. You see me spin because I'm actively chewing on it. All right. Right now, it's still sitting right here, but now it's up there. Basically, although somewhat laughable how small these things are, they are really, really discreet just for that reason. And if it's sitting in your gum, as I said, it's not producing anything to be spit, let alone you needing to. Now I'm right here. The reason I'm moving this around so much is to show you that it stays together. Flavor release again, biting with the molar. So the price point on these varies, but it ranges between about $7.50 and $10. Okay, at that price, you only want to buy one and see if it works for whatever scenario you wanted to see if it would work for. Is it a viable product? Yeah, I think it is, but it is one that is quickly disappearing. I can only find online now Oliver Twist. There used to be a handful of brands. In fact, one of my pipe tobaccos company made it, which I just absolutely slipped my mind. Wow, McBaron. Okay. McBaron used to have a product line of them up till a couple years ago. And then there were a number of others, most of them coming out of Denmark. But there was an industry, like a market around this particular product, and now not so much. They do tend to be promoted in snus and pipe circles. Okay? If that gives you an idea of what the market for them is. Anyway, this has been my review of Oliver Twist Original. Tobacco flavor with a pasteurized tobacco flavor with what presents as licorice. All right? And a little flatter now, but still in one piece after I don't know how many minutes. Anyway, I do hope you all are well. Do take care of yourselves, and as always, God bless.